Here comes a new challenger!
Hello there everyone. This video is a short one, as we'll just be discussing marketing when it comes to Smash. But before I continue on, please, if you enjoy the content, and if you enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button. Hey, I need growth, and any growth is fine by me. And besides, I love discussing with you guys. I always talk in the comments. So with that all being said, thank you, and now, let's get to this topic. The entirety of the Fighter Pass. This is my final video in relation to the Fighter Pass until more fighters release. As with every new fighter, I will be updating my Fighter Pass. Now, with that all being said, this one will sort of be like the last main topic I'm going to focus on, and that is how the Fighter Pass has been marketed. I want to get this point across because this is something I feel should be addressed. So, if you know how the pass is marketed, we have Fighter Pass Volume 1 and 2. However, if you look at it, each pass has challenger packs. Obviously, Fighter Pack 1 has 5, and Fighter Pack 2 has 6. But if you look at how it's advertised, it isn't 1 through 5 and then 1 through 6, it's 1 through 11. They treat the pass as one giant pass, despite it being two separate passes. You know what I mean? So when you think of it like that, I feel it kind of destroys some arguments, and it's something that I talk about on the regular that I don't see other people discuss. One of the things that I've had people discuss with me is how characters like Chief or Steve, as they are the most relevant to this topic, couldn't make it into Smash because now Banjo's in the game. I'm sure a lot of people have heard that and felt that way. However, obviously, Steve made it into the game. However, he made it in Fighter Pass Volume 2, so now people are saying that Chief can't make it in. He would have to make it into Volume Pass Fighter 3, which I also made a video on. It will be in the card right up there. So with that all being said, I feel people really need to look at how the pass is being marketed. If the pass was marketed as 1 through 5 and then 1 through 6, I'd understand those arguments. After all, people do feel as though we only get one character per company. However, in my opinion, the way I view the Fighter Pass is that because it's 1 through 11 and not 1 through 5 and 1 through 6, I see it as just one giant DLC pass separated into two. That's all, you know? Obviously, they're not going to sell us 11 fighters. I mean, if you think about it, then the pass would just cost $55, and that's a lot of money, you know? But, at the very least, they separated it, but they're still counting it as 1 through 11. So with that all being said, if you think about it, with the way they're marketing it, that technically means that Banjo and Steve did make it as DLC in the same pass, quote unquote. Catch my drift? Sure, they're sold in separate things, but I still think it makes sense. To me anyways. Now, why do I say this? Well, as I mentioned earlier, people say Chief can't happen because Steve's DLC. And I feel this argument just doesn't apply to Smash at this point. People make fan rules all the time, but why? They don't make sense most of the time. Even if they were to, for instance, the fan rule I think makes sense to me the most is that a character wouldn't be DLC at this point if they were a Mii costume or Spirit, because if they were planned to be a fighter or that franchise was planned to have a character represented, why wouldn't the Mii or the Spirit be with that fighter? That makes sense to me. But when it comes to this, I feel people look at companies rather than franchises. They don't look at the franchises for their own value. They just simply assign a character to a company, and if that character from that company makes it, then no other character can't make it. Which never made sense to me. I mean, besides, if you think about it, and I've said this before, when you think of Banjo, you think of Nintendo, and when you think of Steve's, you think of Minecraft. So why couldn't Chief make it in? Because those two are owned by Microsoft and so is he? But he represents the Xbox, does he not? So to me, it never really made sense to have that argument. The same could be applied to, say, Nintendo characters. People want Nintendo characters a lot. Some people want Rex, some people want Isaac, that's me included. You know, people want first parties. You know, there are still first parties people want to see in Smash. People are saying there's a new Pokemon company. At least that's what people are predicting, right? That's what they're thinking. Pokemon hasn't been featured in any leaks. It's just a prediction. But by your own standards of logic, we can't have a Pokemon. We already got Min, a first party. Or we can't have Rex because we got Min, a first party in the past. So how could we get another one? A lot of the arguments for that is, well, it's Nintendo, so they can do whatever they want. But if they could do whatever they want, couldn't that just apply to any other third-party franchise? It never made sense to me, and I feel people really need to think about their arguments more. Generally, when it comes to speculation, not a lot of people make great arguments or don't have any reason for the things they say. They just say things to say things, either because it's for their franchise or their character that they want to see in Smash, and if some character clashes with their character, they will do anything to fight against it, even if they have no logical arguments or no arguments with any real backing. To me, I've said this before, I don't like making an argument if I don't have reason to make it. That makes sense. With that all being said, do you agree or do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below, and please, if you can, hit that subscribe button. Any possible growth is good growth. And like I said in the beginning, I just love discussing with you guys, and I'll obviously discuss with you guys in this topic. With that all being said, thank you so much for watching. Please take care of yourself, and as always, have a great rest of your amazing day. Peace.